Welcome, it's SVPod. Stanford Steve is here. Red the dog is not here. Getting bathed up. Spa day for Red. Very necessary. I told you when you walked in, you said, where's the guy? He smells, it's like a bag of Fritos. It stinks. Ears, paws, just...
Like, is he going in the snack cabinet, or is he just too much time outside?
That's just what they smell like.
All right. I felt like he just got one last week. That's what I was wondering.
Well, I think he needs regular maintenance to not stink like that.
He doesn't have a lot of hair.
No, that's good. He doesn't shed. For the folks that are listening, not watching, Steve came in here in a rarely seen in this part of the country, three-quarter hoodie, repping Austin P.
Yeah, let's go P.
Fly is open, let's go P. Governor's in the building. You've got the swag from all corners. Yep. I'm just curious, what is the genesis of this hoodie?
Head coach Jeff Ferris, good friend, was served under Chip Kelly.
Okay.
At UCLA. He spent time at Duke. Got their biggest program win in week 1 over an FBS opponent. And then they had to go to Athens, Georgia last week.
Right.
And hopefully we got out healthy and wore him on Saturday, and he sent me a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm like, let's do it on the pod. You want your school shown? Send it.
Send it. Speaking of send it, you'll be in Knoxville. What's the name of the school Jack told us about? Flip-a-dippy State? What is it? Who?
Pellissippi State?
That's it. Send it.
What's their nickname?
I think the Jaguars. They sound like...
I'm going to say Panthers.
I don't know if do they participate? Is it an athletic endeavor place, or is it like one of them typing schools?
I have to go on a visit. Go check it out.
Well, here. You want it on the program? When my man's up there making winning picks, winning selections?
So close to 3-0.
Never, ever complain about a 2-1 week.
I understand. It's right there, though. And the Superdog UConn.
Well, that's disgusting.
Come on.
That was disgusting. That was part 2 in Bad Beats, and absolutely needed to be.
It's out on the whatever you follow, Instagram, Twitter. I sent it out.
I saw you send it out.
It gets to a point where, like, you know, after we get done on the set Monday night, not a human is in the stadium.
Show of hands, not one.
Fine lady Christine gave me a ride on the John Deere. She was working hard, getting all the dead grass off the field.
Blowing it in our direction. Thank you,
But,
Christine.
like, you know, you try and enhance the tweet or, like, give, like, a good tease.
Here they are.
Yeah, like, there's just too much. So it's just week 2, Bad Beats, and that's what I think it's going to be every week as it was last year.
You don't need to jazz it up. Here it is. Like a bucket of chicken.
I couldn't believe it. Like, you send it out, and then you're like, oh, yeah, had the chips. I'm like, you took Central Michigan?
Who are we to judge anyone?
Correct.
It's a safe space, no judgment of any kind. Good luck.
We're here for your pain.
That shared misery.
Unless you went 6-3-1. What was the push?
I didn't push anything.
It's just 6-3?
Yeah.
That's 6.
10-6 to start the year. Nice little start. Start doing a little analysis tonight. Start jotting it down. And we begin the cycle anew. Steve walks in. What day is it?
I have no idea.
At least Knoxville's relatively close, and we'll be in New York City for Monday. So it's not a catastrophe with like West Coast stuff and all. Like we're all right so far.
Yeah, right now on Tuesday
of week 2.
Week 3 for some of us.
Understood.
Moving on.
Lots on the card. We were just in Chicago.
Yeah.
Hours ago. Walking out. We're done. The Vikings are at the bus. Have a chance to talk to Kevin O'Connell. What a good dude.
Long legs.
Big man.
And
substantial man. I mean, they played the position.
No doubt. They're different. They're a different breed.
NFL guys that were NFL quarterbacks, yeah, they're just not built like the rest of us pedestrian bozos. But had a chance, and he was like, whew. Like, I think they were hopeful. Talked to Josh McCown, their quarterback coach, before the game about he's a competitor and he's wired, but like as we talked on Countdown, as they talked on Monday Night Football. I mean, the dude grew up there. Like, it'd be like I grew up rooting for the Redskins. They're the Commanders now. Like, if I were a quarterback and I came home and it's Monday Night Football and it's my first start and I had to play for the Cowboys, the Giants, or the Eagles against the now Commanders, imagine how much you'd be trying to work through. So I said, like, how do you keep it the thing? Like, it's like the scene in Hoosiers and Hickory goes, that's my favorite scene in the movie. You know, the bucket's 10 feet tall and just like at home. And Ryan Clark on Countdown said, we ain't Hickory. And I said, I got it. And look, for 3 quarters, he looked like exactly that. And then this dude who's just a competitor, been a winner everywhere he's been. I say that about a 22-year-old. Like, he's not some guy with a dusty old suitcase that's been wandering around the plains. Drifter up on the gulch. Remember we used to do that with Favre, with Russillo? Yeah, I saw him up on the gulch. It was dusty. He's 22. He's a young guy, but he's a winner. Anyway, fourth quarter, 3 touchdowns, and they win. And I got to say hello to him, and I just said, hey, man, I did a piece where I said it was a deep end of the pool, and I said, man, it looked like you were sinking, and you started swimming, man, and that was really, really impressive to see. It's just 1 week, but I feel like a guy demonstrates what everybody there saw for the world to see, and I think what Kevin was saying is, like, you know, people can roll their eyes about the idea of a culture kind of a win. He's like, but I think you saw that in that fourth quarter, and people saw what he is, and I'm like, yeah, it seems like you got a good one.
Yeah, I was super happy for him. Spending, I think, halftime, 30 seconds while you guys were doing halftime, checking out what the folks on social media were saying, and I was done. You people. Quote Aaron Rodgers, RELAX.
Relax.
We have to slow down, people. I mean, good Lord. How many possessions did he have in the first half? He doesn't have his left tackle. He doesn't have his second receiver. There's a process here. He's on the road in a division game with a first start. I just keep going back to these instances, Scott. You know, being there for Underwood, we talked about Saturday night for Michigan. Arch Manning on the road at Columbus. Like, it's a lot, man. Like, as hard as it is, you know, and maybe it goes back to these fan bases and everything that builds up on social media. Slow down with the expectations, man.
I agree.
We gotta slow down.
No one's going to, at least not on social media, because that's the place where everyone's got to fire off their tweets and say their snarky shit. And when we started the show, I'm like, all you folks on social media that were talking junk, you're gonna have to either erase them or be
edit
or not. Like, because I think look, that's just that's why you don't do it. I largely don't do it. Like, I'm not a live tweeter. I don't get. And there's people I like in our business that are just like live tweeting games. Like, hey, we're all watching the fucking game. We know there was a good catch. Now, when people react to amazing plays, people react in the moment. I get that. But like, just giving us like play-by-play like you're the radio guy.
Yeah. Those fantasy text threads too.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes. Watch the game and put the phone down.
That's
Please.
Great advice.
Just try it.
No one's taking it. The fact that Minnesota had a guy in Darnold last year that won 14 games, which is the most wins by a quarterback in his first year with the team in the history of the NFL, and you let the guy go, it didn't matter that Darnold didn't look great in his first game with Seattle. It doesn't matter. It's just, hey, this guy, he can't do it. And people like to celebrate when people fail, and maybe there's a Michigan angle because of the title that they won, and there's you get to get your Connor Stallions line, whatever the fucking case is. Well, and here's the fourth quarter. He brought out the Cassell meme and put his nuts in a wheelbarrow. You guys having fun? So good for him.
Yeah, super impressive. Now people are just going to point to maybe the Bears aren't that good. I don't care. The kid went out and did it up against the wall. And we get into these circumstances, Scott, and I'm sure we'll get to Buffalo and Baltimore, where you're like, all right, if they're going to do this, this needs to happen, then this needs to happen, then this needs to happen, and then this, like 7 degrees. But, you know, momentum is a certain thing. The littlest thing, I still go back to when Jaden Daniels was at LSU, and they started out the year well, but Jaden was still holding back. And remember Brian Kelly talking, I think McShay was on the sideline, and he's like, he hadn't thrown a pick yet in the season, right? And he's like, it's costing him throws and taking chances. And finally he had a meeting. He's like, I don't care if you throw an interception. Let it go. Mm-hmm. And then he does. They get rolled by Tennessee. Did he win the Heisman that year? Anyway, his career's done pretty well since that, and you could see that. And I think a lot happened last night with JJ. He's not sure. There's a little anxiety in there in the first half of throws. Am I going to do this? I have one of the best receivers. I'm going to force it in. What does he do? Forces it out. Pick 6. What happens after that? He looked as good as he did all night. And you could, guys aren't going to admit it. They're going to give the cliche answers. I thought if you read between the lines with his interview with Lisa, you heard some things about, when guys are in that step, and Kevin O'Connell says, we put the C on your chest. The guys in this locker room believe in you. And you could see, like, hey, guys, yeah, I could do this. Like, this was a moment here. Now let's move forward and go, because I got the bad stuff out of me, and we're moving forward. So all that right there, I think you saw. It was just really, really cool. I mean, you don't see that happen a lot. First of all, with a kid in the first road start on a Monday night, for us to be there was really, really cool, and you could see that sideline galvanize around him.
And the storyline is the Chicago kid that wins, and he won. Yes. How and why? Their defense started terrorizing Caleb Williams. That Brian Flores defense started eating. The offensive line for Minnesota, without their left tackle, but it's a better group than it was. Kelly up there in the middle at center, right? I can go. They start running the ball. Now all of a sudden, you run the ball. Now all of a sudden, the play action is effective because we got to worry about, all right, is it Mason? Is it Jones Sr.? I don't know. Oh, wait, he is not. Oh, he's throwing it as a touchdown. All of that happens one after another, as you say, and then it's all these 7 degrees of things and dominoes that have to fall, and the next thing you know, they're ahead, and then they win. And so then, for all of the hooray for JJ stories, the Bears are booed off the field. And I said to you on the plane flying back, and I'm going to say it here, I don't know about Caleb Williams. I don't know, man. I don't know. And let me stop as I say that out loud and say again, Brian Flores' defense has caused problems for plenty of guys. Plenty. It's this Ben Johnson offense. I asked Troy Aikman, like, when you're got this scheme and you're this schemer guy, but you come in and your quarterback's got a specific skill set, like, is it your scheme or is it his talent that you have to figure out? And he said, probably a little bit of both. And then he said, but that's a good question. Thanks, Troy. I just think that there's times, and it happened at USC, where your talent is going to overwhelm the moment. In the National Football League, mostly that doesn't happen. You can't just out-talent a moment or a scheme. And it's a year in one game, and I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying I don't know. And that's all I'm saying. I don't know. And you said he's fine. Why do you believe that?
I still believe there's obviously enough ability in there. He's played on big stages. He's played in crazy environments. What I need to see is him do the routine things consistently. And
thank you.
That's
the position.
Yep. And
in the NFL.
And the habits were created in college because the offensive line was brutal. And he played off schedule so many times. And he had great receivers around him. And again, he's a super gifted athlete. So he got himself out of trouble in those circumstances. Now you're at the highest of the highest. So when you have a lead, right, and your defense scores for you, and you're trying to, we're winning, right? And then you have an instance where, you get pressure, you stumble, and then you compound it trying to throw the ball out of bounds instead of just taking your licks. I know it's embarrassing, but then he gets a grounding call. And then that whole circumstance, grounding call, which turns maybe a 30-something yard field goal into a 50-yarder. Santos misses it. And right there, and if you go back and whatever, check one of, the the idea of what Minnesota did offensively from there, it's the little things. If you just get rid of the ball, you play the next down, and that's the thing I feel like he struggles with. And now you have this expectation because you have Ben Johnson as your coach now. Everybody's like, oh, this is going to be awesome. He's going to get the ball here and here, just like Jared Goff did. So it's, again, Bears fans, I feel for you more than anyone, knowing the struggles that you've had at that position. But you gotta take steps, and he had a chance to take a step last night, and that's what hurts the most.
Correct, because they could have won a game where he didn't play great, and they didn't. I mean, go ahead.
What'd you say? Is 6 in a row now at home going back to
6 straight home losses? 6 straight home losses going back to last season.
That's demoralizing, man, because that fan base is as good as there is in the league. And I said, I respect the stuff they've been through. And then you just think about, like, that was my first time at that stadium, and these people are coming every week. And we talked about, the price these people are paying for NFL games now is insane.
As we get there on this, go ahead.
But just to get punched in the face now 6 straight times, and it doesn't look good. You get a number one quarterback, you want to be scoring points,
That's what I'm saying.
Shootouts.
That's why I'm just saying, I don't know. And like you talk about Johnson with Goff had quarterbacked a team to a Super Bowl beforehand. Like, it wasn't the same. And this guy had a lost year last year. He's hanging out with the Flus. Eberflus, for those that don't know. Can we put that on the? Can we put the Flus on the merch?
The hair.
Merch is coming, y'all. Merch is coming. Steve wants a shirt that just has a plane on it that says what?
Mechanical.
Anytime someone has a moment, we get the tweet, and I don't know how to respond other than I'm sorry, because you're sitting at the gate and there's nothing I can do.
Had another one last Thursday.
Oh, really? What airline?
Thanks,
was it?
American.
Stunning.
4.5 hours.
Stunning development.
Moving on.
Ben Johnson, the coordinator in Detroit, with a quarterback that had been in the Super Bowl. Caleb Williams had not. Last year was a mess. And so optimism, born anew. It's an absolutely perfect day in Chicago. We arrive and there's people out road beers. They're just waiting to get into the parking lot, just smashing beers in Bear gear. And it didn't look great. I don't know how much of that's Flores, and I don't know how much of that's Williams, which is why I don't know, man. I don't know. But I know this, Chicago Bears fans. Even if the Bears suck, at least you live in Chicago. What a spectacular place. And I didn't even get to hang like you did.
Yeah.
Every time I go to your city, Chicago, I think, I love this place. I wish in a different life I lived there. I love that. I just love the city. Incredible restaurants. The people, it's like I just love it. I just love it. And you got out.
Is it, okay, one question.
Yeah.
Is it because it got taken away from you?
For those that don't know, the Cliffs Notes, back in my Golf Channel days, I went to Chicago to cover a tournament. I was a younger man. I might have seen the sunrise on 3 consecutive mornings. And on the live to tape with Steve Stricker, the winner of the Western Open, I'm like, hey, Steve, congratulations on the win. What was working for you? I came back and got called onto the carpet. They're like, how was Chicago? I was like, oh, it was good. It was pretty good. Was it? Yeah, look, you're not going back to Chicago. Banned from Chicago.
Banned.
I was banned. I was prohibited from going back. But then, 1999 PGA Championship goes to Medina.
Heck yeah.
And guess who got to go back? Because nobody had more juice with Tiger than your boy. What a good call, Golf Channel. Tiger won, came to our set to do a live tape because it was your boy. Good thing you unbanned me from Chicago. But let me say, when I was banned from Chicago, it was an appropriate and just decision. I did not honor myself that week as I was collecting the per diem and spending it all. I don't know if Underground was open then. Those in Chicago, no. I think it might have been pre-Underground. Or we were doing more like Wrigleyville.
Heck yeah.
Saloon. You know what? You guys do neighborhood saloons better than anyone. New York's like, excuse me, I got it.
You have more. Quality versus quantity,
I don't know. I love it. I just love it. Do I love it because I was once banned? Yes. It was a forbidden love.
Taken away.
But now, and I didn't even, you got to go down, got to go to Gibson's, eat a steak the size of your head.
So good. So good. Their burger might be the best I've ever had. Got a pie at Malnati's, like just got it right. We were staying right there. Did a little shopping yesterday because it was so nice. I just walked around, went in some stores.
Did a little trading, commerce. I love that.
I mean, that area's.
Hold on. I have a question. Speaking of, did some shopping. I had this discussion on the flight out. I don't know why it came up. When we did the shoe count, and you said you had how many shoes? Was it 80?
Yeah, like 82. I think.
80. Do you have any dress shoes?
Yeah.
Like a black pair and a brown pair, like one each?
Yep. Yeah.
When's the last time you wore dress shoes?
This summer. Wedding.
Okay.
I bought a pair of the non-white lip because you hate them.
You mean the people that wear sneakers with
they
suits?
They are Cole Haans.
I'm just saying, if you're wearing a suit and you're wearing sneakers, you didn't finish the drill. Finish the drill. Here, let me put on my suit. Let me get on my tie. Oh, let me throw on my sneakers. Come on. What are we doing? You know what? It's fine. I'm the wrong one. Everyone else does it. I turn on the TV. I see people. I'm like, hell of a suit. Too bad you're wearing fucking sneakers. Get yourself some proper Gucci's, Ferragamos. I don't care. Cole Haans. I'm not discriminating. Like, it doesn't need to be Tom Ford's. Those were the shoes I was wearing when I was wearing look like the crazy European. Maybe, you know what? Doesn't matter. Do whatever you want. So you got a
yes, I do.
You got dress shoes. Okay. You didn't go out and buy any yesterday.
I would have if I didn't see any Cole Haans. I want a pair, not to your level, but like a new pair of just black dress shoes.
You know what size?
What are those ones you wore last night with the silver thing over?
Gucci's. What size you wear?
13.
I'm gonna buy you some Gucci's today. You like those one I wore last? You like the ones I had last night? Would you wear them?
Here's the issue.
I'll buy them.
Here's the issue.
I'll go fire on I will go buy you some fucking Gucci shoes right now.
Hold on.
What?
My top with the suit, I don't think is worthy of the Gucci's on the bottom. Get that? You know what I mean?
We could get you some proper. I'll get you some proper shoes.
I don't need Gucci's.
I just want you to have them just so you can have them. And people can go, damn, Steve, those are nice shoes. What do you got?
I'm going to wear them down to the steam room next time.
when the old guys from Chicago swinging wrench.
I mean, scene out of the 1960s at the YMCA. Oh, my God, that had it all.
All right, let's get back to the football.
Steam room or sauna?
Sauna.
Really? All right, just a question.
Steam's like an old school thing.
So good. Feel it more in
the pores.
Yeah. Cleans you out.
I don't know how to get back to football at this point. I feel like we've lost the plot.
Transition.
Segue. We segued last night from the Pope to gambling. It's fine.
Good one.
You said Caleb's fine. Gonna be okay.
Yes.
All right. Looking back, a quick look back, and then there's some looking forward. We can kind of blend the two. I feel like once you are on Tuesday, it's like, obviously we're going to talk about what happened, but you already start looking down the road. You said we're going to have a month of bad football.
Yeah.
We had a lot of it.
I mean, it's... Again, the expectation of people, it's like, slow down.
Yeah, but fantasy frames so much of it. And so many, you took Jamar Chase 1. You got 4.5 points. Cincinnati won a football game, Steve, with 141 yards of offense. 7 of them came in the second half. And we spent the preseason, our one Monday night game for preseason was Washington-Cincinnati. And we talked about, hey, Cincinnati, they're sick of the slow starts, so they're going to play their starters, and that's going to help them. Well, they won, but they weren't good. They won because Cleveland's kicker missed an extra point and a field goal, and they had 141 yards of offense, and they scored on their first drive. Bad offense all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you had incredible high-profile games with Buffalo and Baltimore. The Pittsburgh Jet game, high scoring. The Monday night game ended up being high scoring, even though for 3 quarters it was kind of grim. But there's just a lot of 14-9. That was the Rams over the Texans. This is going to take a while.
Yeah,
it typically does. The Buffalo-Baltimore game is the game that two good teams both playing. Mostly, like, Baltimore was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They just keep losing these games. And I said this on SportsCenter. I said it on Countdown. I think they're great. I really do. I think they're a great team. But then I can't call them that because great teams win those games. Great teams don't consistently lose double-digit leads, and they keep doing it. They did it last year at home against the Raiders, who stunk. 10-point lead, fourth quarter at home. Lost. And it was early. It was week 2. So by the time you get to the end of the year, you've mostly forgotten that happened, except guess what doesn't forget? Your record. And you got to live with it. And here's Baltimore with a chance. The last 2 times they played were against that team on that field. They lost by 2 points and 1 point. In games where I'm sure they left going, are they better than us? I don't think Buffalo is better than Baltimore on Sunday. Doesn't make any difference. They had 1 more point. And I don't know, like, there's so many little things that add up to it. Like, right before the end of the first half, like, there's 1 second on the clock. Was there? I don't know. Well, there's 3 points. You get a touchdown on a deflection on a 4th and 2 late, down 15. Okay, we're still in it. Then a fumble, then a score, get a stop, and then it comes down to the 1 possession. And a team that's so analytically advanced, Baltimore's led the charge, and we're going to go for it on 4th down. 4th and 3 with Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Monken at the wheels. I get you're on your 38-yard line. I say you got to go for that. They didn't. They punted. And then in 4 plays and 30 seconds, Buffalo was past the 38. They were closer. So given the benefit of hindsight, clearly like, well, let's just run a play and see what we can do because we get a first down, we win. Just direct snap it to Henry and let him start running around like he's playing to get the Yulee. Put on the tape from Yulee. But they didn't. And I was texting with Bill Barnwell because Bill is at the sort of way ahead of me on go or don't and analytics and this and that. And he said, Baltimore, he's like that. I wonder if they almost feel like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because a couple of years ago, remember, they went for it against Pittsburgh late, down 1, scored a touchdown, kicked the extra point, tie. No, we're going for 2. Didn't make it, lost. Well, now they got to live with that result too. So I wonder if they're a little star-crossed and like, we roll the dice, we crap out, we don't roll the dice, and then somebody goes on a heater. I don't know. I'm talking a lot here. Do you think they should have gone for it? 4th and 3?
No.
Okay. You're saying get a stop.
Yep.
That's a great idea. I just don't think that you were stopping Josh Allen at that point. It felt like it was the road was really heavily tilted and then he was going downhill.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But again, I'll go back. And you pointed out, the last 2 times he played, he lost by 3 times combined on that field against that quarterback, against that coach, against that offensive coordinator. It's really hard not to overreact. And listen, you're a Ravens fan. Nobody's more upset than those guys in the locker room because they got to live with it. So there was plenty of good to take away from that. And again, you're going to see that team again. You're going to see them again.
Right. And the odds are after this, you're going to have to see him in that stadium again because...
see, that's where I disagree.
Okay, well...
we have 16 games to go.
6 of Buffalo's are against the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Patriots.
You didn't like what you saw from them?
No. I did not. Of course there's Of course there's 16 games to go. Buffalo plays in a much weaker division.
Correct. And you've shown you can go toe-to-toe with them.
No doubt. Look, they don't leave there thinking Buffalo's better because they weren't mostly. I'm just saying that second down play is the one where they just run this jet sweep action to Zay Flowers, and it was like a give up play. You got 3 chances, you get 3 chances to get a first down, unless you're willing to go for it on a 4th down. If you punt, you're punting it back to Josh Allen, and there is no 3 and out. It's now a 4-down scenario. You're adding 25% more to his plate. And look at how earlier in the game on a 4th down, it was a 4th and 5, and he just threw it downfield, and they got a PI on Joshua Palmer. Like, adding another play to Josh Allen's holster of weapons, it just makes it, I think, damn near impossible to stop the guy. I never would have punted. I didn't like the sequence. It was not elite sequencing. Shout to Gordo. Derrick Henry ran all over them. In the history of the NFL, teams that had scored 40 points and run for 235 yards had never lost. Now they have. That's how unlikely a moment that is for Baltimore. So,
and it was like 2 years, I think, since he fumbled.
Yeah.
That's the play that starts screwing with your head.
And that's Ed Oliver, and that's
grown man horse owner strength.
It's also illegal glove
these
grip.
Gloves are so stupid now.
God,
he
gets so pissed.
It's unbelievable. What I mean, defenders. We saw it last night in the game. Just
it's like octopus suction cups.
Inspector Gadget grip.
I don't know if that's translating on the microphone.
Gadget.
I like that.
Go. Okay, going back, Cincinnati.
Yes.
Okay, you pointed out they despise playing Cleveland.
Yes, they do.
Because of the matchup.
It's a terrible one.
And then all off season, you're talking about. You brought it up. You did a countdown show. They got to come out. They're going to play the starters. This and that. We're losing our mind. Joe Burrow's getting tossed around like a rag doll against the Commanders. And they know all off season they are starting with the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland.
Yep.
I don't give a shit what happens. Go there and win.
They did.
We will move on from that. They did. So I take the good out of that one. Colts. Boy, kind of like the roster. Like what we did in drafting. Like what we did in free agency. Can we just get anything out of the quarterback position?
They did.
But is it because of the team they played?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's just week 1. And you're wondering, is it too early? Oh, no.
Yes, it is.
Oh, no. Say it with me. Pooptown. Look, it's too early. But this is a team that 2 years ago, with much of the same personnel, was the AFC's highest scoring team, was the only team in the NFL to average 400 and whatever it was, they averaged the most yards. Tua threw for the most passing yards in the NFL. They scored 70 points in the Denver Broncos in a game in September. They had 725 yards in that game. They had 211 on Sunday against the Colts, and 65 of those yards came in garbage time when it was 33-0. It's all summer long. We heard about that practice against Detroit where Detroit's like, man, our offense kind of stinks. Then they played the Dolphins like, oh, no, it doesn't. We're good. Or maybe they're just really bad. It's the body language, energy, vibes, whatever you want to say that surround Miami are all bad. And I just can't figure out how, absent a mass exodus of people, this group that a couple of years ago was this incredibly high-flying, best watch in the NFL scenario, were that. Because they were awful. Buns on Sunday. And now they get to play. No, the Bills are next week. The Jets get the Bills this week. Miami this week plays the Patriots. So by rules, someone will win.
Chance for a win.
Unless they tie. But they come home off of that, and
you'll have them.
Probably. Hit the board.
Pooptown.
If it's early enough to put them in Pooptown, can we put the Carolina Panthers in there too?
Oh, man, so negative.
I'm asking.
I say no.
Okay.
I need more of a sample size.
Poop adjacent.
I say Pooptown's not open till October 1st.
I'm sorry.
But you could line up at the door.
I'm sorry. Do we have a new landlord of Pooptown?
No, I'm suggesting things to the landlord.
I'm a slumlord. I'm the slumlord of Pooptown, and I say, like, I saw enough out of Miami on Sunday to say we have already greenlit your application. Your suite awaits you. Is that better?
Yes.
Carolina, here is your paperwork.
Pooptown.
New York Giants, we're sending you an application. They had 231 of offense. Russell Wilson can't do it. Can't do it.
Okay.
Their O-line, I get it. Their best offensive lineman is out. It's just that we saw the end of last year with Pittsburgh. Wasn't any good. Game 1 against Washington. Look, Commanders fans are like, man, we got a defensive front. I'm like, do we? Maybe. I'm encouraged. But Wilson's getting the start, I guess, this week against the Cowboys. But I got a lot of Giant fans. It's like, do we want to put the rookie behind that O-line?
No, the other guy that wears 19.
There, you see that? No one's saying that.
Come on. I've said it last year.
Jameis.
I was talking to our guy Cap yesterday in the facility we have now for Countdown. Shout out to all the people. Jess Krause, thank you. It was on NFL Network a couple weeks ago, and we were there. The biggest anomaly of a game in the NFL last year, I'll put it up. I mean, you mentioned Raiders, Ravens, but being there and knowing how good Denver's defense was.
What Jameis did for Cleveland?
Like 400 yards, 2 pick sixes.
That happens.
That's going to happen, but at least it's fun.
It's the Jameis experience.
Like, you see the ball thrown down the field. Judy has a night of his life. Like, I kept thinking about that. I'm like, this game is unbelievable because of what Denver did defensively last year. And here comes old Jameis for the Browns. And I was just, why wouldn't you want that if that's what you looked like in week 1? Well, change up.
You make the best suggestion because for Dart, I don't care who you are. All the guys that have played it tell you is you get out there and the speed of it is beyond your comprehension. Well, for Jameis, man, he's in the Matrix. It's all slowed down for him. He might see his own version of it, but he sees it and he's done it. I'm with you. That makes the most sense. Let Dart continue to observe.
Yeah.
He's going to be the future, or at least part of the future. But it's tough because if you're Dable, you're like, I'm not the guy coaching it if this goes real bad. And am I willing to jump on the Jameis roller coaster in a season for my coaching life here? I don't know, but I wouldn't want it to be with Russell Wilson the way it looks at the moment.
And with Jameis, there will be plenty of teaching moments because he's going to take some risks and make mistakes. And that's what you want your quarterback to see. It's a learning experience when you're on the sideline. So give me 19.
All right. From your lips to Dable's ears. I don't know what else I have.
Like what you saw from the Saints?
The Saints?
Yeah.
I mean, they had a play to tie it.
Beaten.
I'm not putting them in Pooptown.
Tennessee had the ball to take the lead.
Their defense is good.
Pick them up.
Tennessee made Bo Nix and Denver's offense look not great. The good news for Denver is they have their defense, and they had Cam Ward. And speaking of rookie hell, that's a lot to deal with. Tennessee was down, I think, 1. They recovered a fumbled punt and lost, I want to say, 40 yards in 3 plays.
Yeah,
it was astounding.
Locked in on that one.
The 4 o'clock window was just dreadful.
Is Detroit in Pooptown?
No, They're not. That's a question, and that's where I think I start looking down the road, because what Green Bay did was in the early window of games, and I say early, including the 1s and 4s, the window before the Baltimore game. I think what Green Bay's defense did to Detroit was the singular story of the early stuff, because it was like it's two storylines in one. It's what's Detroit look like without Ben Johnson, and we're going to talk about how their coordinators changed, but we're not going to mention like they lost a couple significant pieces on their front offensive line. Frank Ragnow, who is like the toughest dude there is in the middle of that O-line. That's a lot to replace. And Goff was under so much pressure and duress. And Green Bay, their defense held like Detroit, highest scoring offense in the NFL last year. Their total yards was, I think they were under 250 yards. Let me make sure I got that right. Yeah, under 250. Just barely, but like you hold that offense to under 250 yards. The touchdown they got late, I don't even know if it was a touchdown. It was a hell of a catch.
Why don't you think it was a touchdown? His butt hit.
No, his butt was out of bounds. I guess
but the heel hit before the butt.
Both the heels hit?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why.
That feels personal.
Because it meant I lost a fantasy game.
There we go. It's Tuesday. Let it go.
I was irate.
Let it go. It's Tuesday.
Okay.
Get on the waiver wire.
We're looking forward. Looking out the windshield, not the rear view. But the Green Bay defense felt like a real thing. And it also causes a little bit of angst, I would imagine, for Detroit because, all right, how are we going to look? Quote Steve Spurrier, not very good. And now Green Bay on a short week gets Washington coming in on a Thursday nighter. That's an intriguing football game. Washington left a couple plays out there, but maybe this Bill Krosky Merritt's a real thing. He was the feature back.
Beat him.
I mean, he going to get fed. Debo looked the part. But, I mean, Washington, it was kind of a gross game, but whatever. You beat your division rival. Now you get a Thursday nighter between those two teams. One of them walks out of Lambeau 2-0 and an early sort of favorite to be in the Philadelphia discussion. The Philly game feels like it was 100 years ago. I thought Dallas
was.
Well, yeah, that's true. I thought Dallas was almost the better team. CD had some gigantic drops. Philly didn't really stop him. There's a fumble going in.
No. To your point, they have questions. I mean, what I wondered about Philly this year, obviously we're going to talk and they repeat, but they've gone with youth in the secondary, and those guys played great on their run. I mean, you heard about Quignon and the kid from DeJean, but they're going with you. Like, that's going to take some time.
Adoree Jackson just got hunted.
Yeah, well, that's going to happen.
Okay. You know? Who's he checking? We're throwing that's how it works in the NBA. Is there a guy that's having a rough night or isn't an excellent defender? Well, we're going to go bum hunting, is what they call it in the NBA. All due respect. No disrespect.
He's
a scrub.
With everything that was Dallas this offseason and training camp, you didn't hear a word about their offense. Not a word.
No.
Oh, wait. Javonte Williams is their running back?
Yeah, he's RB1. That's how you were able to get him for free in the 10th round.
Is Zeke Elliott still on the roster? No. Ferguson, tight end. CD. Pickens. Dak's healthy. It's just one of these. They drafted Booker. They lose Zach Martin. It's okay, that could be pretty good. And then you see it, you're like, they should be fine on offense.
They are.
I mean, they've gotten destroyed. When they're bad, they lose Dak. They lose offensive linemen. That's just one thing, I'm parachuting in and trying to look at things. I'm like, what are they going to be on offense? All right. Schottenheimer's called plenty of offenses in the league. Let's see what it looks like. And they go to I mean, what would you do if you were a beer guy or a bartender at the link during that weather delay?
Get rich.
I felt for the workers in that. I mean, those people on the highest cloud ever, seeing the banner raised, and then poof, weather delay. Have at it.
Mayhem.
Please disperse.
Yeah. You got mutants from Chester.
God.
Hey, I'm going to go over to Wawa. Don't be an asshole.
But no, I like what I saw from Dallas. Now, putting it forward, what do you do? Will they play Giants this week?
They have the Giants.
Ooh, that's
Eagles, meanwhile, get the Chiefs in Arrowhead. Chiefs off a loss where Herbert looked fantastic. I'm not going to say something obviously hot takey, jokey, whatever. The Charger-Raider game this week, to me, has more interest and intrigue than the Chiefs-Eagles just because it's new. And there's the Carroll Harbaugh thing, which goes back to USC Stanford and then was San Francisco Seattle. It's like a third act in a play for these guys. Chiefs, Chargers rather, off their impressive victory over the Chiefs in Brazil. The Raiders beat a New England team that I don't know what they are, but it doesn't matter because you're trying to start on a winning foot with a new OC, a new quarterback, a new head coach, a new running back, and plenty of other new things. That Raider-Charger game, which does happen to be the nightcap of a doubleheader next week, will be in New York. That's actually really, really interesting. Chiefs-Eagles, of course it's awesome. It's a Super Bowl rematch. We were there on Monday Night Countdown 2 years ago in the rain. Amazing game. It'll be awesome. We know that. It does feel like it's kind of an important take-a-stand moment for Kansas City because Philly beat their ass in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Bodied them. And that's put the idea that there's vulnerability with this team out there. A lot of chatter in the offseason about this and that. We had Damian Woody on Thursday. He's like, look, I don't buy that. They've upgraded. They're better on the O-line. They're going to be like, reports of their demise are premature. I'm not saying that, but I do think that teams look at Kansas City in a very different way where there used to be more fear. Last year, you're like, you know what? They keep winning, and that's a skill, but I don't fear them.
No, and what happened was it was every sort of team was in the game, and Mahomes pulled rabbit out of his hat. But you get that kind of like, we could play with these guys.
Of course you can.
We went in the Arrowhead. We competed with them. Like, let's get another crack at it.
Right, because they don't obliterate people.
No.
Like, there's no video game stuff. Like, that's not their identity.
Yeah.
But the thing against the Chiefs, though, that would be a little bit concerning is like Chris Jones and guys up front, they get after you defensively and get to the quarterback. Like, that didn't happen against Herbert. And you get upfield on Jalen, bye-bye. He goes the other way. So, take a stand. No, it's week 2. But it feels important for Kansas City not to take another L, and certainly not to get bullied the way Philly did in the Super Bowl. Like that's an interesting one. Obviously, more interesting than Chargers Raiders, but Chargers Raiders is interesting week 2 game.
I don't know how this happens, but Cap, our researcher, just texted me, and he's like, Chiefs, Lions, Ravens, all 0-1, all play each other over the next 5 weeks. Lions at Ravens will be there Monday night. Ravens at Chiefs. Lions at Chiefs.
Interesting.
See those games.
Important early season tilts. I'm going to rapid fire some things here. Florida, LSU, Clemson, Georgia Tech, Georgia, Tennessee, South Florida, Miami, A&M, Notre Dame. Quiet as kept. Vandy, South Carolina.
Oh, big one.
Each have played 2 games, but there's a common opponent, and you could make the argument, because it's just math, that Vandy's win at Virginia Tech more impressive than South Carolina.
After Virginia Tech played Enter Sandman.
Hey, guys, it's amazing. Really great energy. Dun, ding, 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 dun, 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 dun. Yeah. How's it go from there? Not great. Vandy's win at Lane Stadium, even after Enter Sandman, More impressive win than South Carolina's win over Virginia Tech and Atlanta.
I agree.
So now they play early season SEC
night game.
They've
done more with that, a hell of a lot more than Tech's done with Sandman. I'll say that.
Yeah, but that's true. They've had their moments. The fringe SEC teams that like trying to break through, which is hard. South Carolina's got a high number next to their name now.
Oh yeah.
So like this is one of those spots where, like I said, it's kind of quiet as kept. It's not the high profile one, but it's important game.
And it's pretty crazy when you look, however you want to look at it. Pavia, I think it's 6-7 years.
11.
Lenoris, I don't know if it's 2, 3, whatever. Their numbers are like identical.
Really?
Yeah, like yards, touchdowns, the whole thing. So, I mean, listen, for the degenerates out there, Vanderbilt has just been a machine.
ATM?
Yes. And I didn't see that. Is it under a touchdown?
I haven't looked yet. It is. Ooh, Vandy for the limit.
Yeah, I would lean towards Vandy. I still think South Carolina's got a lot of questions on that defense. And Vanderbilt, you talk about finding the guy and attacking it. Vandy's as good as anybody at attacking a weakness on defense because Pavia can run it with quarterback run. He could throw it. Stowers, a tight end's a weapon. So that's a very, very interesting game. But I will go back. You mentioned it with the I think the team that is in a spot where I don't think anybody's going to believe it. Clemson better watch out because their offensive line is not good. The quarterback has not been good. He doesn't have his best weapon. I don't know if Antonio Williams will be back.
They trailed 16-0 on their home field against Troy, and that was a weird one, weather delay, this and that, but whatever, man. They did score the last 27 of that game, but I agree. Look, this Georgia Tech team, I would think Tech's going to need King to be able to go. Lower leg injury.
Yeah, you saw him limping at the end of the Colorado game after his game-winning touchdown run. So
this is a massive spot
obviously, I'm saying Georgia Tech is more legitimate of a threat if they have Haynes King.
No, right. I just wanted to make sure that like we're aware that and like the last game, you figure we can win without him.
Mm-hmm.
Although I believe they trailed early.
They did.
They trailed 6-0. Ooh, they won by a zillion. But what's the good word, as they say in Atlanta? That number
is that at the Dome or is that a home game? Can you scroll down?
I said Bobby Dodd. I don't know.
Oh yeah, good. It's at Bobby Dodd.
That's what you'd want.
Yes. Oh, they're playing Georgia at the Georgia Dome. That's terrible.
Dumb.
Speaking of Georgia,
aggression.
Thank you. Did you see that line?
Well, the Clemson line is.
Well, the Georgia line was way higher, and now it opened like 7, and now it's 3.5.
Same
and they're healthy.
Same thing happened with Clemson.
That's nuts to me.
Is it?
Yeah. I haven't watched. Who did Tennessee play last week?
Spider senses tingling?
It doesn't make sense. I mean, Georgia's won 8 in a row, and they're all by 14 or more points. And I don't think, even though they broke my back yet last week, Syracuse, I don't know how good Syracuse is. And I get it. Aguilar's been great.
Well, that would be...
and plenty, if not everybody, is going to compare what his numbers are so far this year to Nico's.
Well, you're winning the portal war there. But I try not to do this, but when all you have are a couple of games to compare, and you look at how Syracuse's offense moved the football against Tennessee, which was with ease, no, but they moved it quite a bit, relative to what they did against UConn, where they had 6 points late in the fourth quarter. And I understand shot themselves in the foot some, but I'm just saying it looked easier to move the ball against Tennessee for Syracuse than it did against UConn. That ain't good news. Sources, our guy Jack, part of the Omaha crew that does such a great job helping us make this podcast, sing, tells me the top 2 corners for Tennessee are unavailable.
Yeah, and one of them's the best corner, I think, that's draft eligible, McCoy. He's still off an ACL from last year. So I'm pretty sure they thought they were going to have him, but then...
Well, then, Steve, just lay the number. I mean, it sounds like free money, huh?
Well, I know you're going to have Tennessee.
I might. I don't know yet. I haven't.
You want to bet on it?
If what you want Georgia laying them?
No, that you're going to have Tennessee on winners.
Oh, I thought we were making a wager. I was going to say.
I'll tell you right now, you're going to have them. I can't wait.
You're not the boss of me.
Did I say this last time?
What?
I did the math and the time. The last time I was in Knoxville, Russillo and I were there for game day radio. The 2 head coaches in that game were Florida and Tennessee. It was Will Muschamp versus Derek Dooley.
Is that the college game day radio that led to the legendary guy that sat there on the this is the way I remember
Mike
the
Bobo?
story. Yeah.
No, that was before, and that was in Gainesville.
A guy got hammered and just sat somewhere near the radio, and there'd be like trivia questions, and the hammered
every
guy
commercial break for 7 hours,
and the question would be, who led so and so to the thing in 1984, and the drunk guy would scream,
Mike Bobo, for 7 hours.
Mike Bobo
In a parking lot.
was never the right answer. But to this day, I mean, the thing about bits among friends is that they'll never die. And so still, to this day, if I'm talking to Russillo or whatever, somebody will yell out, Mike Bobo! So it's the
all-timer. No, I can't wait.
Game day radio, a lot of fun. 9 hours sitting there with super high-end treats and accommodations.
Speaking of, that was in Nike. It was LSU, Florida, Les Miles, Urban Meyer. And we're there 7 hours. Perfect. We're at a night game. We go to walk in the stadium. Unbelievable game. Les throws one of the fake field goals, beats Urban. Russillo and I just go it was peak Les. And I got to go to this press conference and see what he says. And he does his normal odd spiel. And we come out. And after our ops team said we could just keep our car in this lot where it was, towed.
Oh, that's not good.
1 a.m, 7 a.m. flight the next day.
You know, I have one of Les Miles' shoes.
Yeah, the Converse weapons.
Right. No. I sent him those. I sent him weapons.
You have an Air Monarch that he used to wear?
I don't know what it is, but we said it looked like a grocery store shoe.
That's the Air Monarchs. Yep.
I said it looked like you had a fat ass Avia, and he signed it and sent me a shoe. The fact that he knows the model of the shoe.
Pete Carroll wears them too. There's this coaches, anybody that knows the Air Monarchs online.
I feel like I literally need to stop the pod to go get it at this point.
You know where it is?
It's in the basement. It's on display.
All right.
I've returned with the shoe. It's apparently not the Air Monarch.
I believe it could be a version. There's a air bubble on. I've never seen that shoe. Where did he sign it?
On the toe. You could barely read it now. It says SVP. We had a fire. There was water damage. I believe it says, here's my fat ass, or maybe he didn't cuss. Fat. Is it Avia or Avia's?
That's a Nike.
No, but we said on the show.
Yeah, Avia.
Les looked like he was wearing grocery store shoes. And we made fun of him. So because we made fun of his grocery store shoes, he sent one. So if you come to my home, there you are, Steve.
Let me see this shoe.
Oh, this is lovely art, Scott. Is that a... Oh, that's... I got Les Miles' shoe in the basement. You want to see it? Just one of them.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Yep.
This is higher end than a Monarch. This might be his workout shoe.
I know is he wore it. We had a thing going between because I sent him the.
He did skits for us.
All right, sent him the Converse weapons. He made a movie.
Yeah, dunking a basketball.
Correct,
with a headband on.
This guy's like at the peak of his powers with LSU, doing skits and
That's
movies
online
and
somewhere.
sending shoes.
It has to be.
Yeah, baby. Okay, give me the ball. Let's play. That's right. I'm back. Must have been the shoes.
So that concludes the Les Miles shoe portion of the podcast. The only other man's shoe that I had. No, that's not true. Remember, Chris Long sent me like those sandals.
Yes.
He had these horrible sandals.
Do you know where those are?
I think I pitched them. I had them for a while. Chris Long, when we were in New Orleans, was wearing this atrocious, like, woven sandal.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck are those shoes?
He sent them to you.
And he sent them to me in the mail.
Signed?
He's like, hey, these are nice. Shout out to Jody Highroller. These ain't no middle of the mall sandals. They were like up on the third. He's like, no, dude. You know, Chris, how he talks. He's like, no, dude. There was like the good store, like up on the third level of the mall. There were these horrible woven sandals, and I had them. And finally, my wife's just like, why do you have these awful shoes? I said, they were a gift. Do we need them? Not really. There are no more. Those, not in the business of collecting other men's footwear. Somehow I ended up with a couple, and now I'm down to just this one. So that's all I got for you.
All right.
Great to be back in Chicago.
Waiver wire?
Oh yeah, I'm going to dial in here. I'm going to dial in.
Is that
shortly.
tonight or was it last night?
Different leagues. I'm in too many leagues. I just always do it Tuesday, so I'm done.
How did we do?
2-2. Won a couple, lost a couple. One bad beat. One I was the perpetrator of a bad beat. I won as a result. Ironically, that touchdown in Detroit that I was so mad about, I ended up benefiting from that in a roundabout way. I'm in too many leagues.
What's
so
fun about that?
That's the perfect example of being in too many leagues. That play that had me so irate actually is the only reason I won in another league by a point, because it took points away from Green Bay's defense. That's how you know you have a problem. When the play that makes you the maddest actually like, oh, I won because of that? What are we doing?
That's awful.
It really is.
Yeah. And you love it.
Kind of do. Not as much as I love Chicago.
Oh.
And in the roundabout way of circle of life, the same man who I was with when we saw the sun come up day after day in Chicago, when I was subsequently banned, he now came in from his remarkable home in the suburbs. Oh. He's carved out a wonderful life for himself. How about the fact that everybody there knew him? Like, that's my doc. Hey, Dak.
I told his son that the first time I met him, and then I didn't see him for a couple years. Like,
is that when he had the spaceship car?
Yes. It took me that amount of years until I met him again for me to believe you telling me that he was a doctor. I didn't believe it. I was like, he probably he likes working out. And,
hey, Dak. But circle of
hilarious.
Life. So he's there now with his son, has a wonderful family. I'm really proud of him. Like my guy, Doc Kalf. He's done an amazing job at his job and carved out this incredible life and killing it.
Loves fantasy football too.
He does, and his teams suck. But it was great to see his son, and great to be back in Chicago. We weren't there long enough for me to do anything to get banned, so maybe we'll go back again.
There we go. We got to get a meal
in Chicago.
Yeah. One other thing.
By all means.
And this is why Gibson's is my go-to. These ideas of these trendy restaurants, chop houses, steak houses, whatever. You have a bar. You have to have a TV. Right?
I mean, I think some places like higher end.
You don't have to have the voice on, but you got like.
If you're going to have a bar, You feel like there should be a television?
Yes.
What were you unable to watch?
Oh, we watch. I bring my iPad everywhere. So it was Sunday night. There was a group going out to dinner, and I was like, and I brought my iPad just because I've been to these places, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. There's it's Bills, Ravens.
I'm gonna say in the higher end eateries, maybe people, it's about the experience. We don't want you sitting there watching.
You can have the restaurant full tables, but if you have a bar, you gotta have a TV.
And if you have a TV, you need someone that knows how to operate said TV
and turn the closed caption off.
Ooh, I'm with you there.
It gets in the way of the score bug every time.
It is, and it's annoying because they're not saying what they're saying. They're guessing. When there's closed caption and they say a word that they don't get right, then that just bothers me too.
Yes.
But I'm damn near deaf, so I'm going to need it soon. So I guess just try your best in the captioning for it.
A train could have gone by last night in the car ride to the airport, and you wouldn't have heard it.
That was a combination of after you're for 2 hours have those enormous fitted earpieces in
that are harder than a rock.
That they do damage to your ears, and I already have limited hearing. It takes a little bit of time for my ears to be functional again. You could have said anything to me from the front seat, and I would not have known. But hey, shout to Fly House when we got there, and there was sandwiches with pretzel buns and salsa, like in a soup bowl and chips. Like it's 2 a.m. and we were eating like absolute ravenous animals.
Or 3:30 Eastern.
Was a little late.
All right. We're here for the people.
That's right. We get home, catch a few hours quickly, right back at it.
Right back here.
Hey, where the fuck's Les Miles' shoe? Got to show America.
I can't believe you had it. That's 15 years old.
Older. No, yeah, 15's about right. No. 15, that's a good call. You can recognize it just from the shoe design?
Mm-hmm. And I remember that wheelhouse of
What a fucking weirdo.
Sorry.
I'm going to get you some Gucci's. You want black ones? Or you want like what would you wear more? Some black ones?
Trying
or
to think.
Let's
go through my suits, Scott. I have a navy blue.
Okay. No, don't wear black.
Dark ash gray.
Okay.
Got a pinstripe navy blue. I got an all beige. I did purchase not the royal blue, but like
gator blue.
No, it's more like I don't know how to say it.
Blue.
It's not navy though.
What team?
Not really.
What team's
I'm
blue?
trying to think of one. I don't.
Not the Royals. Not the Gators. Kansas?
Maybe like the Dodgers hat blue.
Oh, okay.
That.
Well, then you need something that's sort of like more in the cordovan color, like
fuck is cordovan?
Maroonish, brown,
cranberry.
It's brown, trending towards. Just don't worry about it. It sounds like based on the suits that you have.
I don't have a black suit. I need a black suit. Do you own a tux?
I don't own one.
No.
I
thought that was the move. Like when you get to your stature, you're going.
What I did is I bought a very, very nice black suit that if an event calls for black tie,
skinny tie,
skinnier,
not your normal.
Just get yourself a crisp white shirt, a black tie, and a really nice black suit, and that's fine. Something says black tie, you're golden.
I love the shirt I found last night that I wore.
All right,
I just don't know the name of it.
I'm not sure who's working for us.
Those snakeskin?
Yeah, there's a Gucci.
You're not spending $4,400 on a pair of shoes.
You're right. I'm not.
Thank you.
I love you, but I mean,
you can't even Google the shoes that you wear. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
A man comes over to the house with a satchel.
Do you remember?
And he's smoking a clove.
How about the old shoe store with the silver foot measure. Like, let's see what size you're in. And the guy every time, 80-year-old or 70-year-old guy, glasses on, has got the tape measure over the shoulder, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he takes that metal thing and just goes wham against your. Oh, you're at 12. Ow!
No, let's give it a little breathing room there.
I want my feet to breathe.
Come on, Giuseppe.
Bad foot sweater. That's me.
My grandpa, he was Lorenzo, not Giuseppe. You get yourself a nice
Latino,
a little Italian shoe space. All right, I'm gonna sort this out. None of the colors that are on our screen right now are the correct color cordovan.
Yeah, just cordovan. You just made that up.
Put someone write cordovan on there so he can understand it.
All right, here we go, merch. We need a cordovan colored T-shirt that says cordovan on it with a shoe.
Now, see, when you get into the upper ends, then it's almost like a little bit of a very subtle two-tone. It's it's sort of blends from softer into a darker color. Don't worry, I'll sort you out. 13s,
yeah,
done. My gift to you for your friendship.
Yeah.
Remember when we were on the show and doing radio, and Rosillo had on some loafer, and he made me put us. He's like, "No, you're gonna like it. Put this on." I'm like, "Put on your shoe," and he took it off, and I put it on, and he's like, "Isn't it comfortable?" Like, all I can feel is your foot warmth on. Like, I just have your warm foot heat.
Did your foot fart in the shoe?
I don't want to feel your foot heat with my foot. I'm like, I can't even. What are we doing? Can't ask a man to put on another man's shoe. No, it's really comfy. Maybe it is. I can't even process it.
Yeah.
All right.
Equipment managers out there, if you want your school worn, get at me. Knoxville, buckle up. We're coming.
One more time. What's the name of that school we need?
Oh, I got it right. Pellissippi State Panthers.
You guessed it?
Jack just texted me.
Nice.
I had no clue.
Well, someone needs to let them know
what colors are Pella?
That the big man's coming to town, and he needs to rep them. We're looking right now to see the colors. I don't know.
I don't think they have teams. Usually it goes admissions, academics, athletics. There's no athletics.
There's no athletics. Oh, wait, there looks like some kind of a field.
No, it might just be a lot.
It might just be a billboard to let the people in the area know where they're.
Maybe that's used for game days in Knoxville for Tennessee.
To let you know where you're going to get your book learning is right in here.
Pellissippi State.
There may not be gear for them.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Then Tennessee.
Hey, all you merch people out there, let's make some Pellissippi State Panthers gear.
A handsome billboard.
Soccer teams ranked Division II.
Are they?
11th in the country.
There we go.
Whoa. Kind of like that panther.
That's a good looking. That's an angry panther.
That's way angrier than the pit panther.
That's like a zombie panther that's got looks like a Game of Thrones scenario. Right?
Like it.
Okay. Hostile. Very hostile. Ill-tempered panther.
Baseball, basketball, soccer team ranked. Golf,
hell yeah.
Cross
We're
country.
over here acting like they don't got teams.
D2, dude. D2.
All right. So Steve's coming to your town. We'll see.
They still do all those boats. Right?
Who?
They do some sailgating in Knoxville.
Volunteer Army.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are in the sweet spot, right? 3:30 game?
Yeah.
You guys got no excuse, Knoxville. Coming to your city. Show up and show out. Come see the big man in his Gucci's.